Mm.
Good afternoon, sir. Happy New Year.
Yeah, hey, hi guys. Good afternoon. Happy New Year, guys.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Yeah, hi.
Happy New Year,
Hi
man.
Ravi, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Ravi sir, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all.
Okay, guys. So now let's begin our new year with new day with our Angular session now, guys. Okay, so yesterday some people is like pinging me messages, right? What is the web server? And because yesterday I installed that live server, right, in the ID. So open in the like where live server. The people is asking just this one is nothing but friends plugin. But one question I'm like if anybody is like checking my knowledge, right? So don't check it, guys. Okay, you don't check it. But the thing is, guys, if you don't know server and like what is all those things, then it's a learning for Angular is little bit. I'm thinking about that waste now, right? It is little bit waste now, right? Because in the real world, what is that? Where we are storing our application or nothing but project, all those things in the server itself only, right? Or Facebook, everyday people are using Facebook. Where Facebook application is running in some server only, na?
Yes.
So some automate environment we are doing in our local. So by doing that one, what we are doing now, whatever web application we are developing, we are putting inside that, and whenever we are making the request, we are getting the responses from there, and we can know that voice is breaking. My voice is breaking. I think no. From my side, Wi-Fi network is there.
No, sir.
No. No, it's so fine.
Yeah. So like without like web server or without develop environment, what is that? How many type environments are there in the like in the development? How many environment is there? How our application is going in the production? Before that, what's happening? If you don't know these things, then I think so like learning the Angular kind of framework is a little bit not good, guys. Okay, so initially whenever we are, even though if you are saying that web developer, right, web developer, and even if you don't know like how many environments is there, and what is the web server, and what is the web architecture, all those things, because initially already I clearly explained those things, no? Oh, Jafar Khan, yeah, no issues, right? No issues. Don't worry. I'm going to explain it because of that those people, right? Only Don't worry about that. That's a good for you. But the thing is, I'm thinking about those people, whoever the already experienced. You are the fresher. That is the good things, right? No issues. But the things I'm talking about, those people who is the already experienced in that area. I'm talking about those people only, right? So don't worry, guys. Okay, again, I'm explaining. Please see this, okay? So first we will understand what is that development. What is the development environment, right? Development environment, because already I think I explained it also, but the people again, so I was thinking about that they are checking my knowledge, they really have doubt on that, because based on those people questions, right, I'm thinking about like this only. But if anybody is checking my knowledge, guys, okay, so just I'm saying that I'm so far from the people expectation, right? So don't check my knowledge, okay? Okay, now development environment, right? Development env. Let's understand first what is that development. So simple, whenever our application is there, right, guys? Okay, so based on that our application, different environment is there. Different environment is there, right? What is that? First, sandbox environment will be there. If you don't know, then you don't nothing. You won't have any experience, guys. Okay, if you don't know these things, right? After then, what is that? Dev environment is there, and what is that? QA environment is there, and what is that? Production environment is there, guys. Okay, production environment is there. So what is the sandbox or golden server? What is the sandbox or golden or golden server? Golden server, right? Golden server is nothing but whatever our application, whenever we are developing application, just assume that this is the developer environment. This is what? Developer environment, and this one is the QAT environment, and this one is what is that? Production environment, guys. Okay, production environment. So what will happen now? So whenever developer is developing the code, right, developer machine is called what is that? Dev environment or dev server. You can say that this is what is that? Dev server, right? And this one is a QAT server. This is a QAT server, and this one is what? Production server. Right? So whenever end user, developer is developing the code, it's needed some jars, right? Some jars, some libraries. Those libraries is storing inside that what? Those library storing inside that what is that? Sandbox or golden server. We can say that sandbox or golden server, right? So all libraries is storing that. Whenever developer is developing the code, right? Just assume that here developer is developing application now. Developer is developing application now, right? So whenever this application, whatever supportive jar needed, that developer will taking those supportive jar is nothing but library to develop this application from the sandbox server or golden server, right? Golden server is nothing but what is that? Our ambient repository, guys. Okay, we can say that our what is that? We are using Maven, right? Maven in the pom.xml we are putting the dependency, and those dependencies coming from where? Ambient, right? Ambient central repository now.
Yes.
Yeah, so developer, after developing this code, right? After developing this code, what will happen now? That 1 minute. Yeah. After developing this code, what will happen now? This code will placed after completing this application. What will happen now? This application will place inside that first what? QAT server, right? This application will placed inside that what? QAT server. Inside that QAT server, what will do now? our tester will test it. Our tester will start testing on the code, right? If any bug or any issue is there, if here the code is succeeded, right? The code is succeeded, then what will happen now, friends? Then what is that? Then this application is placed inside that production environment, right? Production environment. Okay. Then this code placed inside that what? Production environment. After putting inside that what? Production environment, what will happen now? Our client will start using now. Our clients will start using it. Our clients will start using these things, right? Using these things now. Okay. These are the client machines, right? Client machines now. Okay. These clients started to using this now. Okay, fine. Client, right? Clients. So these client will start to accessing which server machine now? Access production server machine, right? They will make the request and they will get the response now. At the time of if any issue is there in the production environment or any bug is there, then what will happen now? Then by seeing that feedback of what? End user, again this application will placed inside that what? So sorry, this application is still, this application is running in the server now, right? Server now. Then what is that? They will take this build again this build they will take again in the dev environment, and again then what they will do it now? Again now, friends, again they will fix that bugs, right? Fix that bugs. If any bug is there, then what will happen now? Again they will send to that what? That code to what? Our QAT environment. After taking that QAT environment, what is that? Again that code, again that build will with what is that? New version. With new version, that build will put inside that production environment, guys. Okay, this is the cycle is happening, right? This is the cycle is happening whenever any project or any application is we are developing, right? So these are the different environment is there in the real time, guys. Okay, if you don't know these things, means what is that? You can treat yourself as a fresher. If with experience also, if you don't know these things, then you can treat yourself as a fresher only, right? See, whoever fresher, for those that things is good. But if you are experienced, if you don't know these things, means what is that? You don't know anything. All right, now, okay, fine now, guys. So after then, what is that? Different question is, what is the web server? Web server, right? Web server. So simply initial day only, when we started our Angular, we understood what is that? Web application architecture, right? We understood what is that? Web application architecture, right? So we seen that different what is that? Initially only we seen that if any web application is there, then the people asking again, in my system, what is that? I'm installing that what? I'm installing this what is the live server, and what is the even though it's not working in my machine, right? So don't worry about that, guys. Okay, if you don't know this one, okay, in your what is that? Microsoft window, right? By default, what? IIAS server is there. You can use it. I installed that simple plugin to make our work easy, because this is the integrated development environment. IDs, right? So ID is what is that? Giving the included. If we install that plugin, we can take that what? Services to in our what? Like in the ID itself only. So if you don't know, if you're not able to install it, don't worry about that. Okay, some automated things is inbuilt inside that what? Windows also. I'm giving that step. If you are failing to doing these things, if you are failing to run our application is using live server, I will tell how you can do it now, right? How you can do it now. So our simple normal web application, any web application, normal flow will be there. What is that? Web server will be there, right? Web server will be there. Web server will be there, and it's having what is that? Middleware services also, right? It's having what is that? Middleware services. middleware services, and after then what is that? Your application will be there, right? Your application is there. These things we discussed in the first session only when I started, right? After then what is that? These things is storing inside that what? Database. The data is storing inside the database, and whenever end user is making the request, whenever end user is making the request, right, making the request, then what will happen? Now request is going to web server, and web server is taking the help of middleware services, and it's interacting with our application. If needed, then it will hit our database. After then what is that? It's returning the data and it's giving the response, and we are getting the response, right? This process only, na, this is the process of what? This is the process, and this is only architecture of any modular, any web application or not, guys? Come on. Right? So means what? To placing this application inside that server, and we need to make that application as automated, right? Automated. So here what we are doing now, we are not going to place this application in www. Before that we need what? Any development server, na, where we can put it, and we can test it, and a QAT server where we can test our application as expected it's working or not. Come on.
Yes.
So same thing I did here also. Yesterday I did, what is that? I took the plugin. Live server is just doing that what? Whatever code we are writing, this one is making automated on to run on the browser, except that nothing it's doing. If you are failing to doing if you are unable to what? Install this plugin in your Visual ID, don't worry. I'm giving steps. You can use that steps now. Okay, in your window itself only that steps is there. So what you need to do now? Check for what is that web server on your window PC. Okay, so just let's take that steps now. Let's take that steps now. First step you need to take. You need to take what is that? Check. First step, check for what is that? Check for web server. If you are the Java developer, Tomcat and WebLogic, those servers you are using, I'm not going to give what is that? Install those servers. Okay, in your PC also, if you are window user, that PC also giving what is that? IIS server as a by default only, right? IIS server as a by default only. So on your PC or Windows PC, right? Windows PC. Check in your Windows PC. Then what is that? You need to go inside that control panel, right? Control panel. Inside that you need to select what is that? Administrative tool, right? Administrative tool now. Okay, second step, or let's take here itself only. Control panel. Okay, after then what is that? You need to select what is that? Administrator. Administrative tool, right? Administrative tools. After then inside that, if you go inside that, what is that? What you will get it now, guys? Click on that administrative tool. Here you will get what? Internet Information Service, right? Is nothing but IIS manager. If you are not finding this, right? If you are not finding in your PC, then what you need to do? Because in every PC this one will not be there. Then what you need to do? Go back, right? Then what is that? You need to go inside that what? You need to go inside that where program and feature. Click on that. Here, see, turn window feature on or off, right? Click on that. Okay, you will get these many things, right? So here what you need to search it now? What you need to search is, see, Internet Information Service. See, here it's clicked now. If I unclicked now, that one will be not visible there. If I click on, then it will be the visible, right? It will be the visible. And after then, if you are coming back again administrative tool, then this one will be visible to you people also, right? Then this one will be visible to you people only, you people also, right? So now next step, what we will do it now? Next step, what we will do it now? Next, if your PC is not having IIS, then what you need to do? Add IIS in the go inside that control panel. Let's make this one is the second step, right? Now go inside that, what is that? Control panel. Again, control panel, control panel. Inside that control panel, what you need to do now? Go inside that program and feature. Features, right? Features. Inside that, what you need to do now? Inside that, what we did now, guys? Click on turn window feature. Features, right? Features, that is what? On or off. On or off, right? After then, what we need to do now? Select what is that? IIS. Select IIS, right? IIS. After selecting that, what we need to do now? Next, what we need to do now? After selecting that, we need to 1 minute. I'm also forgetting what we need to do now. Next,
Click on OK. Selecting after, click on OK.
yeah. After then selecting that, what we need to do now? We need to click as a OK now. Click as a OK now. After then, what we need to do now in the IIS, what is that? In the IIS location, if you click on that, if you double click, right? Double click on that. After clicking on that, what you will get, what you guys will get it now, guys? What you will get now? Inside that, you will get one site, website, right? Website, right? Website. If you are checking that, it's a host number. So inside that one website is there, where what we will do it now? We will put our application inside this one now, guys. Okay, we will put our application inside this one now. So next step, what we will do it now? Third step, IIS is a local web server, where you can create website, where you can create website and host your contents and manage your site, right? Manage your site. Okay, manage your site now. So now what we, how you can test it? This is there in your how you can test it? This is really there in window or not? So just simple, open Chrome browser or any browser. Just open, right? Here make http colon, just make localhost. Simple. What is that? Localhost. Hit it. You will get, what is that? One by default page. What is the page name now, guys? Internet Information Service, right? Services, Internet Information Services, right? Right. So just if you are hitting this URL, then you will get, what is that? First page of our server now. Okay, our server is now. So test your local web server, right? So what you need to do? Open open any browser. Open any browser and type the following URL, right? URL, or you can give this URL also. By default, what is that? Every machine URL is what is that? HTTP. If you don't like what? If you don't like localhost, then 127 comma 0 1, right? If you hit this URL also
0.1.
0.1, okay, 1, yeah, correct, 0.1. Copy this one, go to, see, same page we are getting, right? Same page we are getting same page we are getting now. So now inside that, what we will do it now, we will create one website now, guys. Okay, inside that, what we will do it now, go inside that. Here default page is there now, come on. So the right click,
Yes.
see, if you move your cursor here, right? If you move your cursor, and it will show. Yeah, see what is that? HTTP localhost, right? Inside that, what site is there, right? So right click on that, and here what is that? Go inside that, what? Add virtual directory. Add virtual directory, right? Add virtual directory. So this is what is that? Virtual directory provide to access our application now. So here whatever you want to give the name, right? Let's, I'm giving TypeScript. Let's give like this, TypeScript online, right? Or okay, TypeScript session now. And here what we need to do now, here whatever yesterday we created the directory, right? That is the alias name we will give, whatever you can give it. And here what is that? That directory we need to give it. That directory we need to give it now. Okay, so where we created that directory now? On the desktop TypeScript session, right? Select it and click it, and okay, make that one as a okay now. So now fourth step, right? Fourth step, what is that? Create a new website. Create a new website, right? Website is a what? Website is a virtual. People, just people is saying that don't tell, right? Don't tell. I will show it also, guys. Okay, I shown you, right? So the simple, if really experienced people is there, right? So they can understand by take like whenever they will ask you, right? What is the website, right? What is the website? The people is saying that collection of what? Web pages is nothing but what? Website. Is it really right? Answer. Collection of like web pages. Collection of web pages is web application or right web project. No. So that is what is that? Virtual directory, right? That is the virtual directory. You can see it, right? You can see it, right? Web application is the virtual directory where we are finding the resources, right? That is what? 1 minute. So here what is that? Whenever I took that right click, what is that? Add a virtual directory. It's saying that add a virtual directory only, right? Virtual directory. If web
Yes.
pages is there, it's directly can say what? It's directly can say add what is that? Web pages now.
Yes.
Yeah, so website is a website is Website is virtual directory. Virtual directory on web server. On web server, right? Web server. So this is a virtual directory provides access to various resources on web. Access to various resources on web server. Web server, right? Web server. So now what we need to do now, if you want to open our what, two ways we can open our what, this folder, right? This folder is nothing but IIS web application, web server, right? Web server. One more way is there, CMD. Just if you click on that, sorry, run, right? I'm taking here what, run, right? Here what you need to give now, inet, right? Inet mgr. If you hit it, then you will reach to directly on that point, guys. Okay, directly on that point. Okay, so now you can run. How many ways you can run it now? You can run open. How we can open our what, IIS server now? Like open IIS, right? So run using what is that? Run using inet mgr, right? Or you can use control panel, then what is that? administrative tools, then select what, IIS, right? IIS server. Now after then what we did now, guys, here we expanded this one, right? We expanded this site. We expanded, what is that, localhost. Now this is the localhost site. Before that, what is that? This is the localhost. See what it's presenting now, http/localhost. Now come on.
Yes.
Then what we are
Yes.
doing now, we are expanding now. Inside that we are getting what, site, right? Inside that we are getting what, default website. Default website now. Okay,
Website.
now expand local computer, right? Local computer, that is what, http :// localhost, right? Localhost. After then what we need to do now, second step, let's make this one as the first, let's make this one as the second. Now expand that site, sites, right? Sites folder. After then third, what we are getting now, right click on default website, now, right? Default website, right click on the default website. Inside that, what is that? How many things we are getting now, friends? How many things we are getting now? in the virtual virtual directory, alias and a physical path, right? Alias and a physical path, alias and a physical path. Now inside that, select add virtual directory, right? Virtual directory. Inside that, first what we are getting now? First we are getting alias. Alias, that name you can give your choice name, any name. That is what, that one will become, what is that? Site name. That one will become, what is that? Site name. So what we given now? Friends, we given that name as a
TypeScript session.
Sorry, what I given that name? Actually we are not finding where that one. I think we not created, right? Just we are giving that name, but we didn't given the location. Given it. Otherwise it can show it. Okay, let's give another name, right? Okay, so here I'm giving, what is that? TypeScript, right? TypeScript. Now here I'm giving, what is that? TypeScript session, right? And here what we need to do now? We need to add that location, that folder, TypeScript session, right? So TypeScript session. Now this one will become our what? Site name. This one will become what? Site name now, for friends. Okay, site name now. Okay, so if you want to see this, I'll give it now. And another one will become, what is that? Physical path. Right? Physical path is nothing but whatever we give in the desktop, right? Desktop. On the desktop, what is that? 1 minute, we will check it here. This is the location, right? That one will become what? Physical path. That one will become what? Physical path. Now what we need to do now? Next we need to click on that OK. After clicking on that OK, now I'm clicking it. This virtual directory already exists. Okay. Where that one? Edit permission now. Where add virtual edit manage website, right? Advanced setting. Where if I added, where we got? Leave it. Okay, so here what is that? Type script. Let's give test, right? Test. Now select that directory.
Ravi, you can select default website in that inside is there in default website site.
Right now we take it. Now we clicked. Oh, here see.
Yeah.
It's getting here. It's already there actually, and we are not at the time. It's not showing, right? Now this one, remove it. I'm removing that one now. Okay, so here what is that? TypeScript test we are getting, right? This one will become
Yes.
our what? This one will become our